Hey, y'all, watch this.
Welcome to another episode of the Jersey String Band Podcast. Your host, Alex. We got
Captain Pat Walton.
and a very special guest today.
Captain Austin Tilley of the Aqua String Band.
Woohoo!
Our second first-time captain.
Another rookie.
How
Another
long
rookie.
do I get that tag for? Do I have to wait till New Year's till the new goes away?
January 2nd.
All right, so I got to get.
Assuming that we parade on the 1st.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
I
yeah.
hope so too.
As soon as, whatever the next day is after the parade.
Yeah.
Yes. You have to be back at your club, finished with results. Then you're no
Then
longer a rookie.
then the new rookie goes away. Take that off.
Your
Okay.
rookie stripe gets taken off.
Yep.
Counting down the days.
Counting down the days.
Hey.
Well, it'll be here soon enough.
Yeah.
Oof.
I tell you, these first 6 months have flown by.
Yeah.
What are we, like 27? Well, as a recording of this, like 27 weekends?
Too close.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Yeah, pretty much. Because we're basically 2 months from Mummers Weekend. And then it's,
Well,
we're getting there.
yeah.
Halfway, we're almost over
We're
over
more
halfway
than
there.
halfway
We
there.
passed July 1st. We're almost halfway there.
Yes, we did
Yeah,
the
we're
parades
past
on
halfway
we
there.
did the parades on the 4th. Now it's time to get ready for Christmas.
Christmas in July.
Absolutely.
All right, well, congratulations first
Thank you.
off.
Thank you very much.
What does that mean to you, man?
It means a lot. I'm second generation. My father was captain the year before and the year I was born. So my
99 and 2000?
yeah. So my favorite fun fact about myself is that Steve Highsmith mentioned me, and I was a month and a half years old on New Year's Day, right before we started in 2000. So
Nice.
that's a nice little fun fact to keep about myself.
There you go.
So
Now,
might have been destined to do it. I don't know.
well, a second generation captain, that's pretty,
Yeah, it's something to hang your
neat.
hat on.
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, give us a little history on, your family being in the Mummers and string band. Has it always been Aqua? Has it been,
Well, so my grandfather, he passed away right before I was born, but he got my father into it, and my dad was 2 years old, and they went up with the Northeast Mummers. They were fancies, and I think 94 was my dad's first year. He switched over to string bands. He joined Aqua. So a couple of years later, 5-6 years later, he became captain. I was born. He was in Aqua up until 2011. I started marshalling in 09, 10, and 11. And then he wanted to head over to GK, so we were with GK for 2 years. And my first year in costume was with GK. And then 2 years later, went back to Aqua. I asked him to go back. We went back, and we've been there ever since.
Awesome.
nice.
So
I guess during that whole time, it was Ken?
yeah, so
Ken was
Kenny was no, I had 1 year with Ron.
2012? Oh, okay.
2014
14.
was Ron. I marshaled under Ron for 3 years, marched under Ron for a year, and then Kenny took over the year after that.
Ron's a good guy too.
Ron is a great guy. I'm very lucky. We're me and the whole band.
He
are
did it
very
for a while,
lucky.
too.
09 to 14. So
Yeah.
we are very lucky that he's stuck around and he's with us because he means a lot to us. He's a great guy.
Yeah. Is he still performing? Or?
Yeah. So we're lucky enough to.
I think the last time I saw him, he was operating the soundboard.
Yeah, well, he's our tech guy. He's great. He's great with the technological stuff. I mean, I was thinking about it earlier. We have 4 of our last 6 captains that are still involved with the band.
That's awesome.
So, and Ron is a big component in all the technology, like all the lights on New Year's Day and stuff. He spearheads it. He spearheads that.
Obviously, you're not.
That might be a drinking game.
Every time someone hits the mic. No, he spearheads all the technological stuff. He's the greatest asset we have, and he's such a great guy.
Oh, he's a great guy. Because right after I got announced, the first parade where I really had everybody involved was the Brookhaven Christmas parade.
Mm-hmm.
And Ron and Ken both came over and talked to me after that. Because that was right after it was announced at the association meeting, everything like that, when I was captain of Broomall.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing but nice things. And
Yeah,
he was a great guy.
He's great.
A lot of good information, a lot of good thoughts.
Yeah, I'm very lucky to have him in my corner,
Yes.
as well as the other 3 guys that I have with me. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real quick, with the Brookhaven, there's a tradition with him. and Ken, right?
I do. There is
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to take over. I don't know if that's my job. If Kenny might still be there, but
It's a captain's photo.
All right, then I'll be there.
Captain's photo.
I've seen it happen. I'm fully aware.
Now, Ron was in my first one, so Ken and Ron are more than welcome to join because it's a captain photo.
Gotcha.
Just because you're no longer a current captain doesn't mean you're not a captain.
Exactly.
Once you're a captain, you're always a captain.
Always. Good to know.
Yeah. So, but it's a captain photo, so it'll be awesome.
I'll be there.
I'll be proud to be in that photo with you.
Me as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a good. It's a good fraternity. It's
There's only a couple of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
There's only going to be 14 of us on New Year's Day, and
Yeah.
it's special. It's a different experience. It's a good experience, but it's a lot of fun.
For right now, I can only imagine what it's like, just from seeing it from behind. But now being that guy up there, I can only imagine how big of a difference it's going to make.
Oh yeah.
Now, adding to all this, what kind of advice has maybe other captains have given you, or
just
throughout your band in general?
Be yourself is the number one thing.
Yes.
That's you want to be out there. You want to put on a good face, but also your own face, and be you. Be loose. Have fun. Have fun is the number one thing I keep getting told. Just have fun. And when I'm doing parades now, and I look around and I see people smiling, and it's because of something we're doing. Like, we're creating those moments for them people, and that's very gratifying.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's 4th of July, we've seen those crowds packed on the streets, on the sidewalks, and they're just smiling, clapping, singing along. It's a great thing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's you get the energy, you get the goosebumps still when you walk out in front.
A little bit. I did have I had a couple run-throughs as co-captain, so I did have but as the guy, it's a little different.
What was your first parade
Goosebumps are a good thing.
as captain?
As captain was Gloucester City,
Okay.
and then
Same as Scott.
yeah,
Yeah. I guess.
and then
that was the first parade ever.
everyone does it. So
Yeah.
if you're new captain, it's probably your first parade.
Yeah.
But and then a week or two after, we go up to Massachusetts for the weekend. So I get really thrown through the ringer for 4 days up there as my third performance. So
talk about that. I'm intrigued by that.
It's something we've been doing for 30 years, and
Right.
it's blown up to this giant thing where everyone up there knows who we are. They're we get there on Thursday, we take the 4-hour bus ride up there. We leave real early Thursday morning, get up there, get to the hotel, get settled in. We have a couple performances on Thursday night, whatever, but Friday's the big one where we bar crawl. We have four. I think we had 4 this year. We had 4 coach buses and a double-decker bus that we ride through the city,
Nice.
hit different bars. It's probably it is the single best weekend of the year. We love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unique to your band because
no one else is doing it.
Yeah, well, it's also unique to your band that you have a member that's up there.
Yeah.
That can set all that up and actually, so it's not like for us to do something like that, I don't know who to call.
Yeah. Well,
you have someone who's up there who can do all that.
Brian, he's the guy up there. He's not. He wasn't a mummer or anything. He just found us and was like, "Yo, come on up," and it's exploded into this 4-day weekend. It started as just 2, and then it was only like a select couple of guys that would be able to go, and then now it's open to everybody.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then Sunday, the Holyoke parade. It's long, but it's a nice cap to a nice weekend. And then,
I've heard the stories from our members that were with Broomall that went up to that parade, and they said it's such a great parade.
Yeah.
And we got that taste of it this year when we did. We went up to Connecticut. That was so much.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. In New Haven, Austin Polish American were in that parade, and that's their big parade, and there was tons of people.
Yeah, we have 3 or 4. So our Springfield is 1, but I don't really count that. But then we have 3 more Massachusetts parade that we're doing this year too. So us being up there, it's getting our name out, just getting everyone's name out there.
Yeah.
The mummers are everyone knows what the mummers are up there.
Yeah.
So it's creating
represent us
avenues
all.
Exactly. So we get asked to go do more different cities, different parades.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure stuff like that trickles down to us too, because
exactly.
People look for what band's not doing something up there and go, "Hey, do you want to come on up?"
Yeah, exactly.
And that's
You've never been here before. Why don't you you come on up?
So yeah, it's good because it's you're carrying the tradition forward and you're expanding
and
it.
And it
And
takes
it's good hope.
Yeah. And you're going somewhere that's not Philadelphia
Yes.
or the surrounding
Right.
area where we've been going out there for long enough. People might know who we are, but there's definitely someone who has no idea what we are, what we're doing. So it's nice to
and all it takes is someone to look on Facebook or Google.
Yeah.
And then, oh wait, this is not the only band like this.
Yeah, there's 14 other guys.
Yeah.
You can get anybody.
Yeah. Oh, this is on New Year's Day. Oh, maybe we'll look into this.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you get people. I mean, I see people, especially and you'll probably get the same thing. And if you don't already see it now, hey, I saw you at this parade on New Year's Day. I saw you at this parade. Oh, remember me from here? And of course. Oh yeah,
Of course I do.
Of course I do. So, but no, it's it's fun. It's a unique experience.
And like doing those kind of things, there's definitely a reach, because I know from doing the social media thing for us,
You're gonna have people from all over
we
the
have people
place.
from United Kingdom,
Yeah.
from Australia, from California, all over the place. You're like, how do people even?
And one of our most favorite parades is the Bridesburg Memorial Day Parade. That walk around Bridesburg, and that's our our neighborhood. That's where we're from. And Ron, going back to Ron, he live streamed it on Facebook the entire parade. He didn't march with us, but he walked in front of the band, recorded it, was answering questions. And he had people from all over asking, who people are, what people are doing, what this all is. So it gets out there.
Oh yeah, no, it's amazing the reach we have, and then there's a lot of people in this world that are music based. The great example of that was when Woodland was doing that Facebook page during COVID.
Yeah,
we had people from Japan jumping in and all over the world playing.
Hawaii
Hawaii. Oh, they were just all over the place playing, and it's just amazing on how many people musically see what we're doing. Going, I'm interested in that, just because it's different.
It's different. Yeah.
So I mean, we had that with our bass fiddle player. He was asking somebody on
I heard
YouTube.
that. You're talking about that with Scott.
Yeah. He goes, and the guy's like, "Well, what are you doing with a bass fiddle?"
He went to him with questions and he got all these other questions back. And,
Yeah.
So, and it's funny because, I followed different pages, DCI, DCA stuff, and I've seen them put there was a picture of our band.
Yeah.
From New Year's Day, just a still photo. We were the first band on there, and I'm like, why is our band on a DCI page?
Yeah. Well, funny enough, there is what is the band? I can't think of the band. Well, either way, there's a still picture of just one of our guys from 1990 in our Ghost Rider show. They are the front cover of the inside cover of their CD. I can't remember. I can't remember what the band is. And I like them too, and I just can't remember.
If it comes to you, we'll bring it up. But that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So, but of course, you get no royalties out of that.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
it's free. You're free use at that point. But
it's him holding a banjo with the Ghost Rider mask on, and he's just on the inside
it's a
cover.
metal band of some sort, or a rock band.
It's like an alternative band.
Okay, all right.
That's cool.
I know the album name.
But I mean, you see what we're doing getting spread out across the music world.
There's a reach.
There's people that are very interested in what we're doing musically, and interested in our performance, because like DCI, they're doing all these things with brass.
Yeah,
we have no brass, and we can. There's power when you hit when those horns hit.
100%.
So I mean, take a full woodwind show and just blowing it away, and it's just like it's amazing what bands are doing.
Yeah.
So,
and then to try to explain to people who don't know what we like.
Oh, we just did one up in one of our Massachusetts parades last month, and this guy's like, and we just stopped real quick for water break, whatever. So I don't have that much time. And he's like, "So what is this?" And I'm like, "I don't have enough time to tell you what this is."
Yeah, I know, it's hard.
I don't have. No one in this world has enough time to explain what this is. It's such a unique thing that, I mean, myself and all. I mean, everyone's lucky enough to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And if you're not into it, you got to get into it.
Yeah. No. And I'm sure there's somebody who'll come across this video and see what we're talking about. Like, hopefully they look and look a little further.
You YouTube one video and you're down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
You got years and years and different bands and performances and different categories. You can just you'll be there all day.
Yeah.
There's 365 days a year. 364 of them is getting ready for one day.
Yeah, for four and a half minutes.
4.5 minutes.
That's the best way I can explain it to somebody.
And that's the craziest thing about it too.
And people are like, you got to pay for all this.
And the money that you put into it and the time you spend.
People don't realize.
4.5 minutes.
Yeah, people don't realize that the praise we're doing, that's a job. We're getting
get the money from. That's the income.
That's
the
income.
How we fundraise.
I don't get paid. You don't get paid.
No.
You don't get paid.
We're volunteers, and I tell
the band.
and that's one thing I tell whenever we do it. I go, listen, we're a 501c3. All of our members are volunteers. Nobody gets paid. Yeah. We do this for the love of it, And, sometimes we probably should be committed, but we do it for the love of it. And it's fun.
Yeah. Definitely
You definitely got to have commitment, because if you don't, then what are you doing?
Yeah. The commitment's there, but being committed is another thing.
Yeah.
And some days I think I should be.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the band to go, no. It's bad enough.
Yeah. So you've seen all the episodes, right? Most of them.
Most of them.
We go down this list of questions.
Yeah.
What's your favorite theme? How about that? Let's start with that.
From that I've done, right?
That you've been
involved with.
So 2020, our
Yes.
Ghost Trains theme. It was
Yes.
something. It wasn't even supposed to be that, and I wasn't on the theme committee as of then yet. But they started at one thing and
Thank you.
combined it, and that's what came out of it. And it's our highest prize. And
That's probably one of my favorites in the past 11 years that I've been doing this.
It's our highest prize since I think '97. We got 7th. And so that was the first time we broke into the top 6, and it was a great day.
Oh yeah.
It was awesome. The music, the costumes, they were just phenomenal.
The one's costumes with the snake coming around you.
That was the year.
That was 2020, right?
So we
Or
used
2022?
2022 we used them same suits.
That's
and then
right.
we had alligators because we did the
Alligators.
Cajun theme. So we had I wore one of them.
Yeah.
I had the alligators around my leg and over my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you guys were dancing with ghosts in 2020, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 2022, that was
2022 was also fun. I mean, it was one of those years where we were just happy. I mean, we skipped a year. We were so happy to be back.
Yeah.
It was a fun, high
But you
energy
could tell
theme.
everybody was jazzed up.
It was great. Straight from the bell went off to start the signal to start of the show. Everyone was screaming, having a good time, hollering. It was.
Yeah, I think we were right in front of you that year.
I believe you were.
So I think we watched.
That was your
we
beach
were-
year. It was your beach year, right?
Beach year,
Yeah,
yeah.
here, right in front of us. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys.
20
That was a fun show to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2020 was. one of my
2020
favorite. 2022 was up there too.
They're both. I mean, suit wise, obviously the same suits, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they've
theme
modified.
themselves.
Yeah.
The suit. I mean, the themes themselves. They were just. No one's done haunted trains,
Yeah.
and everyone's done a Cajun theme, but. The haunted trains with the ghosts and all that was just great.
Yeah, just
great.
the way the band, all the movements that you had.
Yeah,
it was just I don't know.
The thing that we've been really homering down on and priding ourselves on is the character work that we're really trying to portray. And I mean, our dancers did a great job this year, and even that year, that was where we really honed in on it.
Like something I look in a performance is, okay, the captain's there. Wait a minute, there's a movement. Now the captain's not there. Oh wait, he's over there now.
Yeah, the
that
seamless
that
transitions.
performance was perfect because like where did Ken go? Then he's on the boat and then he's fishing or whatever. I'm like, wow,
That's the 2022.
2022. That's what I'm talking about too.
No,
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
But those seamless transitions, they really pull a show together.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah,
And it helps with the TV camera work if they're doing their job right. But
if they've been told the right things and they actually listen to what you told them.
That's
But
a whole
that's
nother
enough.
issue.
Hey, listen, for basically not telling them what we're doing and telling them what we're doing at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean,
You get what you get. And
You're-
you got to
you're-
kind of
you're-
not get upset.
you're telling them to cover a 70 by 100 square area, and you're just going, we're going to be in here, we're going to be doing this, we're going to do that, we're going to do this, and we know the music and we know where
But
everything.
they have no idea what they're looking
Yeah,
at.
we know
that-
all the music cues and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
we've been listening to this for 8 months now, and
Yeah.
they get 4 minutes to get it right.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
that-
and they get 4 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, there is no rehearsal for them.
Yeah, so
No.
to get what we get, I love the fact that we now have that steady shot from above,
Yeah. That's a good one.
so that way we can get this whole thing. But I understand at the same time they want the close-ups.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, they might
mean,
think
yeah,
it's a
you-
good
you could
close-up,
have
and
this-
then that
you could-
close-up disappears in a half a second.
You could have
Yeah.
this great moment that everyone at home's not going to see, but I mean, it was there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there is a little bit of disappointment. You're like, oh man, they missed that part.
yeah, and you got to get it out of your mind that TV's not who's judging you. You know,
Yeah.
the people that obviously you're doing it for the
Yeah.
love of it, and the people that are there and the spectators, but the competition aspect is there. Those judges
Yeah.
are there for a reason, and you got to hope they see it.
The biggest disappointment of that is, and they do an amazing job, and I don't want their job. God bless them for what they do, but they're missing something that we want to make sure that was seen.
Yeah.
But we want to see it to make sure we didn't screw it up.
Exactly.
Yeah, then we got to wait till the overhead.
The
camera
overhead comes out, or you got to wait till the judges tapes and they're.
I mean, we know the judges saw it.
Yeah.
But did we do it right?
Yeah, exactly.
I did my part right. Did he do his?
Did
part?
everyone else behind me do it right?
Yeah. Or you're doing your movements, and you're like, I get that a lot, especially when the couple times when like. I don't do it often, but when I interact with the band and we all do the same movement.
Yeah, you want to make sure that it was uniform.
And especially if I'm, a lot of the times when I do it, I got a back piece on.
Yeah.
So I see nothing past my shoulders.
Yeah.
And the band's 2 rows behind me.
Yeah.
And we all doing the same kick. I'm like, okay,
Well,
I did it. Well, hopefully they did
Yeah.
it too. And then I watched the video. I'm like, oh, yes, they got
They got it.
it. We were all on time. That's all that matters.
That's
So.
what rehearsal's for. That's
Yeah, but it always in your back of your head.
You're
It's
like,
just like,
oh no, did I do it too soon? Did I
Yeah.
do it too late?
Yeah.
It sits there.
All right, favorite suit that you've worn?
I would go back to 2017 with our steampunk miners that we did. I had
Okay.
a purple dynamite suit. I wore it through. So we didn't really, when we did parades in 2021, as things started to get back going and preparing for 2022, we weren't using the 2020 suits because we were reusing them. So we just kind of wore whatever. And I would go back to that one pretty often. That was like the first time we threw lights in a hat. So
Yeah.
So we, I got to use that a lot. And if we did like a nighttime
The
parade,
ones this year, you have lights, right? The goggles?
almost every, well, yeah, the captain suit had the goggles, and then the suit that I wore, it was a projector hat, so it had the projector light. And then there
Okay,
was a
yeah,
light
yeah.
bulb hat that had the whole light bulb lit up.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And then there was a clock that the outer ring of it took lights, and that was all around. I did every single thing. So, but that 2017 suit was and that was our top prize since '97 at first. So that that hit home that we were able to do that, and then just the suit itself, I was just a huge fan of.
Yeah.
didn't like the monster suit.
No, you could ask anybody that wore
What-
one of those.
what
they
did
were
you
not.
wear?
I wore the orange one.
Okay.
The big head.
Was it too warm, or was it just not?
No,
made?
it just
Cumbersome?
I know it was made by an outside company
Yeah,
that
down
we
in
don't
Florida.
normally. Because I remember Crash telling me all about it.
yeah.
And
The head was hollow. It was just a foam ball with the headpiece.
so it didn't weigh a ton.
No, it weighed nothing.
That's awesome.
And then the suit, well, I mean, of course, that was the coldest year too.
Yeah.
So there was no warmth inside. There was no. I mean, your head was cold.
Oh wow.
And then we also, most of us cut holes by the ears, so that way more noise got in instead of just
it was
coming into the
just-
front. It was completely closed off. And then but the suit had all the fur on it and stuff, so
Yeah.
it helped. But
Yeah, but not in July.
that was when it
hot
got
months.
bad. And even last year, our Pioneer suits, I had fur all over my wrists and everything, and I was sweating through that, and it was not fun.
Yeah.
4th of July is typically never
Those were
fun.
interesting suits.
They were. That suit is up there too, but I would still give it to 2017. But the bear trap suit that I had was fun. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, they were really cool. I think I don't know who. I guess we were talking with Scott that you don't realize what's on the suits
No,
unless you're like right.
you got to
next
be
to
up
them.
on it.
So it's hard, like
Yeah.
like I said, we were in front of Uptown this year, and then just to see those suits were like,
A lot of detail.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then then you don't really see everybody
don't-
else's suit
yeah.
until maybe you were in a parade with them,
And
or
you're just
something like
hanging
that.
out, and you see them walking by, and you get a chance to actually sit down and look.
Yeah, like
And-
the little details are in them.
I always love looking at them on like the pictures and the video and watching the TV production, and then go, man, that's kind of interesting. I wonder how they do it. And then you see them like, oh man, that's just pool noodles. Bang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the simplest things, but
Yeah, it's just like-
Well, we used softballs for ice cream cones in one year.
Yeah, I mean, PA did their entire underwater theme pool noodles. It's
Yeah.
every prop had a pool noodle on it.
Yeah.
And you
I mean,
get them
whatever
$1 at the
works.
dollar store.
Whatever works.
You know?
If it works, you use
As
it.
long as you think about it now and
Well,
not in
yeah.
September.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. No,
Most
but no,
people are.
it's most people are. So it's always when you add a couple at the end, it's just like,
I mean,
good luck finding them.
There was a moment that we in last year that Ken had a plug. It was literally just 2 trash cans. And just connect them together. It was just 2 trash cans.
Yeah.
That's it.
yeah.
It's amazing what you take to make things work.
Oh yeah.
And
Paint
then
'em
it's
up
amazing
and
how you just like,
Put glitter on it.
we
Yeah, you got to mum it up.
constantly-
You got to
mum
mummify it.
Yeah.
constantly reusing.
Hairspray.
Oh, I mean, nowadays you got to do that.
Yeah.
Reusing is the most cost-effective thing you could possibly do.
Oh God, I had props on my parade this year that weren't even from our band.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we reused Frailinger's Tornado. They had in their Scream Acres, and we bought it off of them, and we threw it in our show. So
Our palm tree was the paintbrushes from Pennsport's
Painter Year, yeah.
Painter Year.
Interesting.
We acquired them.
Well, you know what? You got to use it.
We just like, you know what? It already has gems and
Exactly. It's already halfway done.
Yeah.
Just,
Now we just need to mount it and put
Exactly.
wire to it.
I think
and
we
we're
have like
good
a
to go.
whole tote or 2-3 totes full of that stuff. You know?
Oh, we got all different things.
yeah.
You just got to pull some of the hot glue off.
Yeah. Well, that's the worst part.
Toaster oven.
Toaster oven.
Toaster oven gets the hot glue off a sequence.
Okay.
Just gotta be careful.
Putting it in your toaster oven?
Not a $5 one. $5 from the junkyard, absolutely, or from the you just the gems. You throw them in there for a couple for a
Not
couple
a heat
seconds.
gun or something?
Yeah.
You can do a heat gun, but I mean
That's not as fun.
That's not as fun.
not as fun. You don't get the
Less
second.
dangerous.
You don't get the burns on your fingers the same way.
Less dangerous.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it works. I mean, you got to take your time with it. You don't want to overheat anything because obviously,
Yeah, you start burning it, start a fire. And
you just got to get it warm
hopefully you
enough
guys are
that
doing it
starts-
here in the firehouse.
No,
No, we're about 3 miles the other way.
no, we're up in a storage unit, up on 295 now. This place,
There's a firehouse nearby.
yes, there is. Yes, it's close enough. I don't want to call them.
No.
Unfortunately, the stuff we mess with, they don't fire, and fire don't mess with anything we
Yeah.
touch.
Yeah.
So, but
You play an instrument?
I do. I play the alto sax.
How long you been doing that?
Since I was, my first parade was 2012, so I started in 2011. So 13 years going on now.
Did you do it in school too? Or?
No, I actually did not. I learned strictly from mums.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
never played it in school at all.
Nope. Well, my high school was, I went to, I don't know if you know Father Judge, but I went to
Okay.
Father Judge.
Yeah.
And we did not have much of a music program when I was there. So I didn't even really have the option.
Okay.
But even then, I mean, before, like I started learning before I was in high school, and my middle school didn't have one either. So I strictly from mums.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I mean, it's a good trait to
Yeah.
have.
You know, a lot of people are, our style of music is very different than
Oh, yeah,
jazz and
absolutely.
stuff that you'll play in school. So, sometimes people get a little turned away by that because it's like, oh, what is this? You're not playing classical stuff or anything like that. We're playing, I mean, we can play classical stuff, but that mum stuff that we do is completely different
Oh, yeah.
than what you're doing in schools and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, different. It's different altogether.
That's the
It's
only.
a good difference, but it's different.
That's the only instrument you play.
That's the only instrument I play.
Are you interested in anything else? Or?
I have toyed with the idea of myself of maybe learning the banjo. but-
Okay, that seems to be a
what
common
I'm-
pattern.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what I'm working on right now.
There's
too,
too many.
so-
There's too many horns in this hobby. You gotta. The string is finding its way out. So
yes.
whether it's bass or whether it's
The
bass
horn bands.
violin or
Not the string band
yeah,
anymore.
we're the woodwind bands now.
Woodwind brand. Yeah.
Yeah. We're the saxophone band.
Yeah.
No, that's. I mean, I'm taking lessons from Mike Tomaselli. Getting lessons from him. I know he
comes
was
down-
helping you guys
yeah,
out.
there's a couple of us that he's taught, and one of the guys that he's taught, he's been the last 2 New Years. He's been playing on New Year's Day with the banjo.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
really putting that to work, and
Mike's a great guy.
yeah,
If you really want to learn how to play it, he's a great guy.
yeah,
Real good, and he just wants. He's one of those people like you.
yeah,
He wants to see the music continue.
yeah,
And he wants to see the banjo be on the street.
yeah.
And it's hey, I mean, eventually I'm going to not be doing this anymore.
Exactly.
And I don't want to go behind a prop.
Yeah, I'm not privy to the idea that I'm not going to be playing a horn again. Who knows?
Yeah.
2 years
And
from
you
now,
never
I
know.
could-
You might do a theme that requires you to play it.
yeah, and I mean, plenty of times, a captain's picked up a banjo and played on New Year's Day. So
Yep.
Yeah.
if I knew how to do that,
Yeah.
could add a little bit of an aspect to it.
That would go back to the oh my goodness, the 2022 theme. Mm-hmm. A guy came out. One of your players came with a
Dan.
little ukulele banjo.
That's Dan. Yep. he's one of the guys that was learning from Mike.
Yeah.
He's one of our dancers. He's one of our main dancers. He's a great guy. But Yeah, so I mean, like that year, and even we had Eddie Maminsky. He came in and played the bass during that feature.
Yeah, I think you guys all changed.
There was a couple
of you guys
people ran over there and
changed instruments.
Yeah, and was a part of that feature. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we got multi-talented guys that really know what they're doing, and it really helps.
Yeah, but it was. I've been kind of rewatching some of you guys' old stuff just to kind of get, acclimated to what you guys. And I'm watching it. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I may have noticed it before. I don't remember, but I'm like, he comes right out front and
He's
gets
right
on
there on his knee, and he's right there. Yeah, he's strumming away.
Yeah.
That was a
little ukulele.
Yeah, that theme had a whole bunch of stuff in it that you blink and you miss it, but it was great.
But I mean, I can't remember I don't remember anybody doing like ukulele at least anytime.
Yeah, it's always a tenor, plectrum.
Yeah.
Just normal size. And then there's Dan. It was a little banjo, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing a Polynesian theme, that would fit in there, but
Yeah.
but also for that theme, it works out as well too.
I have a little. You know what a canjo is?
No.
So it's basically like a beer can on a stick with one string. It's a D string, it doesn't have frets, but it's like.
Yeah, you can work down. Work your way down.
It's like a fretless instrument.
It'll play a note.
It plays a note, not well, but
look, anything that plays a note's an instrument. So
I'm kind of wanting one day maybe to.
It's got a string.
It's got a string.
Sounds like
Who
something for a
knows?
hillbilly theme.
Hillbilly or
Don't let PA see this; they might steal it from me.
Oh, don't worry, they're watching.
They're watching.
We won't bring it up to Nick when he comes out.
But so I like those little when bands bring
Something unique.
odd out that doesn't really normally come out.
Yeah.
And it works. you know?
Yeah. I mean, the biggest part is making sure it works and it fits.
Yeah, it has to make sense.
Because if you're just bringing it out for no reason, then what's the point?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like, I mean, we've done buckets.
Oh yeah.
We've done.
The metal trash can lids. Everyone's a fan of those.
And shovels. Yeah. So
You just gotta make sure you're real accurate with those, because you miss it, you're gonna hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, Pat played the buckets the one year. That was good. That was fun.
We in our monster we used PVC tubes.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't remember that, but yeah, we used PVC tubes and ping pong paddles.
Yep.
To play
Like
them.
the Blue Man Group.
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
That opened up our show.
It's fun with
whatever
that
you
stuff.
do,
It's something different.
Exactly.
That's
That's what we're in search of, though. I mean, this thing's been going on for over 120 years. You got to find something new.
Yeah.
Got to find something new.
Yeah. And if, like you said, if it fits, it's got to fit.
Yeah.
And in that aspect, because you had that weird looking.
Yeah, it was
monster
the monster arms.
Yeah. So
it fit.
It fit. It absolutely did. Absolutely did. So New Year's Day. What is there one thing that you look forward to?
Use your previous years.
Yeah,
because this year is going to be different.
Yeah, we can't talk.
I got to wait till that actually happens. I'm nowhere close to
Yeah,
that
yeah.
yet,
That's from before now.
But the culmination of the show coming to life and everyone getting to see it and hear it, and it goes back to people smiling, being engaged, and seeing what the hard work that the band's put and done to get that together and put it on the street. I mean, getting up the street is a feat in its own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so making sure we do that, and then getting that show up there so everyone can see it, broadcast it to whoever in the world sees it nowadays. That's something that's really, it means a lot to me.
Yeah, because now at that point everything's done.
Yeah.
And you just got to go out and do it.
And then you maybe take a day off, and then you're right back at the start.
No. There's no days off.
No, there's no days off. I was trying to,
because it doesn't matter. You might say,
it could be an hour.
We'll get
an hour.
We'll get together on Tuesday and we'll start talking about this. And then that night you're like, oh, this is a good theme idea.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but we have tons of them lined up that we're always talking about.
Oh yeah.
And then when we get back to Bridesburg, and we stop a couple blocks away from the club, and we do our performance. Everyone from the neighborhood comes down to Richmond and Orthodox, and you know, they see us, we get off the bus, we play a couple songs, maybe play our set, and then we walk home, and that's probably right up there.
That's probably the best
one of my
part.
favorite things. It's, you know, the
Yeah.
weight's off your shoulders, the day's done, you know, you're getting down to the party time.
Yeah.
You got to wait for the results to come in, but then, you know, it's time to party, and it's a good time.
Yeah. I mean, with us last year being at the end, at one of the last 4 bands, we had the results before we were back.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew we were. I wasn't happy, but it is what it is.
I mean, you said it before. Only one person's happy.
Usually only one person's happy.
One person.
Usually one person's happy, but, you know, but it's one of those things where, like, I wasn't happy. I had another person who gets results coming, can you believe this? I'm like, I will tell everybody when we get back to the hall.
Yeah.
But we came back here. We had the fire department pick this fire department loves having us here.
It's a good
And
thing.
it's nice to be
Obviously.
loved.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they opened up their lounge to us.
Right.
But they picked us up around the corner, and they escorted us in with the fire trucks. We felt like champions coming in. And when you had the fire truck amp
some
come
of the
in-
people when we're walking up, and I mean, we block buses and everything. They don't like it, but
No.
we've been doing it for so long that you're gonna wait, and we're gonna go, and we're gonna do it.
Yeah, because I'm getting calls from them as we're coming back.
Where are you guys at?
Hey, Patty, you almost here? I mean, yeah, we're getting on the bus now. What's up? There's no room to move in the parking lot.
Yeah, it was packed.
I'm like, what do you mean? I go, because there's so many people here. And this place was like crawling. You saw our parking lot, that whole parking lot, the whole road from the curb all the way to the railroad tracks, just covered in people.
Yeah.
And there was just so many people out here, and they're like, well, where are you going to perform? I'm like, well, just block the street off here, block the street off there. I go, we're going to be out here 15 minutes.
Yeah, they'll live.
I go, most of the people around here are here anyway.
You're here. Yeah.
You know, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And we'll play, we'll be all right. We'll have some fun and we'll enjoy ourselves.
Exactly.
And yeah, I mean that, and if anything, it excited the fire department more.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing that with us being here, it was more community outreach with the fire department too. So I mean, and considering how many bands started in fire halls,
Yeah.
you know, it's just over the years. I mean, yeah, they spread out, but I mean, there were a lot of firemen bands. So it's kind of cool to have that here.
Yeah.
And you feel like champions.
Oh
no
yeah.
matter
When, I
what.
mean, no matter what, you have all those people. They're there for you.
Yes.
And they put you on top of the world, and it's you know like getting off the bus and seeing the hundreds of people that are standing at Richmond and Orthodox every year. It's great.
Yeah. Take the photos. Every single photo.
Oh, I do.
So they work out great, especially when you need to catch your breath.
Yeah, it gives you a second to relax for
Yes.
a moment.
Especially when the band's getting a drink.
Yeah.
Down your drink real quick and get as many photos as you can with as many people, because for the most part, most people don't know the difference between any of us.
Yeah, exactly.
So when
We're
you're in
just
full
those-
suit.
We're those crazy guys in the suits on the 4th of
Exactly.
July sweating.
Yes.
But we're all mummers, and
We
that's
do what we got to do.
Exactly.
But yeah, just take the photos and enjoy every minute of it. So
What is your favorite parade throughout the year?
It's a tough one because there's a lot. But I think, like I alluded to earlier, I think that Bridesburg Memorial Day Parade is really fun. You know, we love playing for the neighborhood. We do it multiple times throughout the year. We do it right before New Year's. We have our kickoff party. We have our dress rehearsal. We come inside, and we walk around the neighborhood, play Christmas songs, whatever. And that's just as much fun as every other time we do it. But the Memorial Day Parade, you know, it's the start of summer. Everyone in the neighborhood is there. So everyone is sitting on the sidewalk, and you're entertaining everybody in the neighborhood that supports us, and it's just the most fun to me.
yeah, your hometown parade is
The
always
hometown one
special.
it means a lot to everybody.
Yeah, your neighborhood parade.
Yeah,
Yeah. Get to show off a little bit too.
yeah,
And there's pride there.
yeah.
You know?
It's what we are. You know, we really do pride ourselves being in one of the smaller sections of Philadelphia and Bridesburg, and you know, a couple other bands come and do it with us, but everyone knows who we are because they know that's where we're from.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because you're in that area, and then you have Furco not too far away.
yeah, and when you're coming into Bridesburg, you're more than likely not passing both of our clubs. So you know, you see you see Furco sign on top of their building. You see our awning with our name on top of it.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's a nice little neighborhood.
yeah.
So here's a little stat for you.
Oh,
You've
boy.
probably known.
Oh, let's
probably
see.
Know this. You guys have been the top 10 band since 2012. And then you alluded to the sixth place in 2020. What in your mind, what's missing that's going to get you to that fifth place on up?
Well, I mean,
If anything.
I mean, it's really just hammering down what we've been doing, and the what we, like I said earlier, with the characterization that we're starting to get into, and just music. I mean, music alone is, I mean, that should be everybody's priority.
Yes.
Because I mean, obviously you have the show behind you, and that's whatever. But if your music isn't there, what do you have?
Well, your music's anything you take with you the rest of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
So your
not carrying-
music, you're not carrying all your props.
Your props don't even come with you down Broad Street anymore.
Yeah,
the
no.
music is what you got, and the music is what you got to have.
Yeah,
So
agree with you 100%. I mean, it's you got to practice that music as much as you possibly can to get it down.
100%.
As best you
I
can.
mean, not everybody always has the time, practice throughout the week or whatever. But being at rehearsal and playing that music with everybody else and playing with everybody. See, for me, I sucked at practicing because I don't like hearing myself play. But when I'm with everybody else, it's so much different. It makes a world of a difference.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
Because everything's together, everything.
Yeah,
all the parts are there.
Exactly. And you know what you should be playing at that point. And
Yeah, sometimes you play something, it just doesn't sound right when you're playing it by yourself. But then when you put the whole band together,
it's like, oh, wait a minute, that was
and
right.
you're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I've noticed that too with just a little bit I've learned so far because
Yeah. I'll have to listen to my I'll pick my banjo up. Okay.
It's also just
I am doing it right.
It's also just like affirmation that you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you have someone else next to you that's playing the exact same thing, okay, yeah, you know what, I got this. I got it. I'm doing it right.
Yeah, or if you're learning something and then they screw up the same thing, you're like, oh, okay,
Okay,
good.
it's not just me.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
all right, this is a little difficult. Let's
Yeah,
move on forward from
yeah,
there.
this is, maybe we'll do this a little different. Or, yeah. The affirmation to
That's a big part.
Absolutely, the camaraderie too.
That's
within-
yeah. I mean, when we do our sectionals on Tuesday nights, and everyone gets sent to their different part of the building, and that part just learns with their section. That's huge too. That really, you can really, if you're all struggling on the same thing, you can sit there for a half an hour and just go over it and over it and over it and over it, and it'll stick, and then you don't got to worry about it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, once you get it, you're good.
bandmates.
Yeah.
It's a big thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, they become family, they become
100%.
friends, and
I don't consider any of the guys in the band my friends. They're all
Yeah.
extended family.
Yeah,
you're hanging
brothers.
out, you're drinking with each
With
other,
every-
you're going on vacations together, you're doing this.
I'm
doing
with them probably more often than my own family, with the amount of work we do and the jobs we do, and in the warehouse during mum season, and then the 2 nights a week at rehearsal. I see them more often than my family. So
Yeah.
they are a family.
Goes back to the commitment part of it.
Yeah. You're going to see those same 30, 40, 50 guys for 2-3 nights a week. You're going to, and then you start hating each other. And then New Year's Day rolls around, and then it's all over.
But I think that's what helps make it work too. Because
100%. You have to have differences and disagreements.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it works.
If everything's happy-go-lucky, nothing's going to work out.
That ain't right.
Yeah.
Because the differences are what's going to push you to be better.
Exactly.
If everything is, no, this is perfect. And then you go out there and go, oh, crap, it's not perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
Exactly. You start pushing blame on everybody else, and then you got to take a step back. Wait a minute, maybe it's me.
Yeah.
And then you got to have those interventions.
Yes.
That it all works out in the end, though.
Yes.
As long as you right the ship, right?
Exactly. It's the biggest part.
Biggest part. And then
Yeah.
you can go watch a podcast and take shots after someone
I'm telling you, that's what we're going to be doing.
after someone picks a shirt. I don't know if I've seen them.
I've
I've been trying not to.
I see it in the corner of my eye. I've been paying attention. I haven't seen anything.
I've locked my fingers together in front to try not to.
We're the Aqua string band. We started in Prohibition, so if we don't got to drink, we don't got to drink.
We can always just adjust a little bit.
Just keep doing a
Oh,
bunch.
Yeah.
God,
Stick it in right now.
Yeah. Have a drink on
those
me.
are for yeah. Here, take some whiskey.
Yes.
This one's tequila.
Yes. So, well, listen, I know from me personally, like, I mean, we all look at each other and look and see what each other's doing. And I look at you guys a lot because one, you're this basically literally the same size band as we. We both typically go up with 35 to 38 performing members on New Year's Day. And I tell everybody, I'm like, listen, Aqua's doing it. They're top 10. If Aqua's doing it, they're literally the same size of us. We don't need to have 60 plus members. I would love to have 60 plus. Of course, it'd be great. And you would love to have it too.
I would love it.
But top 10 is available if you put the effort in.
Exactly.
So I do like a lot of the things. I mean, we go through and we look at everybody's show, especially me and my son, and we'll look at each show, and we might take 10 minutes on each show. And I'll tell you, we've watched a lot of what you've done, and your band's done, what you put together. And I like a lot of the things you guys do.
Yeah, we've really,
and you know your weaknesses, you know your strengths, and you highlight your strengths. And I like how you do certain things.
Yeah, we've really channeled in on those in the recent years when, obviously we're not the biggest band.
No, absolutely not.
And we know that we're not.
And you don't have to be.
We're self-aware.
But you proved that you don't have to.
And it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
We know where, like you said, we know our weaknesses.
Yeah.
And we work on those.
Oh yeah.
But we pay more attention to those strengths, and they work out for us.
Yeah.
So.
But you also know. You know where you can put people at, and you know what their limits are, and you don't try to push them past their limits. So, and unfortunately, we would all love to have A+, top-notch players all the way across. Everybody can drill perfectly every single time, but nobody has that.
But that's what comes with being in a string band, those variables.
Yes.
And you have to adjust and make do with what you have.
Yeah, because that's what the little tiny tweaks here and there is what you have to do. And like, we've been pushing our band personally, and I have been personally pushing our band musically. And that's, I mean, we have people come in and help us with our music. And it's helped us. Every year our music numbers are growing. Yeah. Now we need to step up our show, because that's one part that we are also lacking way behind in. If you looked at our first year in 2020, it was an empty street behind us. We really didn't have any. We had. I
think that was everybody in
2020. No, not in 2020. That was before COVID. But you have your beautiful show with your ghost train and all that stuff. You have the train. You have all those things there. I had a couple fences, and it's what we could do.
It's what you could do right there.
And every year we've been more and more props. And this past year I had a ship that I got up onto. It's the first time I've gotten up on a prop. It's there's different things there, and we've already laid stuff out for this year's show. That's going to even be more. We're going to have reveals. We'll have different openings. We'll have different things that we've never done before.
That's what you got to do.
But we have to keep. We can't go out there and put a show on where we just have like everything everywhere. It doesn't work.
It's got to be.
You have to take steps. And every year, I know we're growing, and I know by watching your show, you guys are growing as well. And I know you guys have some changes within your organization, leadership-wise, that hopefully will take you to the next level.
Yeah,
and that's always the goal. No one ever wants to go backwards.
And
there's nothing wrong with the people that were there. You had great music. You had a great music instructor. You had a great drill. I mean, Eddie's still drill master. You got a great drill master with Eddie.
He's taken huge strides.
Yeah, and Eddie's helped. I mean, I've sat there and had conversations with Eddie, and Eddie helped me out too with looking at things different ways. Yeah.
And so his first show was 2019. That was his first year as drill master, and he'll tell you. We all make jokes and bust on him, but he did a little too much that year.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And he learned, and I mean, over the next 5 years, it's miles difference, and he's taken, like I said, huge strides, and he's done such a great job. And Crash was our drill master before that, and so he always has him in his corner.
Yep.
And his uncle Joe was drill master way back when, so he's got him to lean on. So it's nice to have those people in your corner. And then his brother Andrew just took over as music director, so he's getting acclimated and used to that. So.
Yeah, you got good people.
Yeah, it helps if that person has any kind of questions.
Yeah.
Is this working? Is this not working? What what kind of advice would you give? You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
That's why I said, like,
you got to have some depth.
Going back to myself having those 4 out of the last 6 previous captains at my disposal, it's huge to have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the captains that have been there before.
Plus 13 other captains you got.
Exactly, and,
Yeah.
and then guys, just current. I mean, and even other past captains. It's huge to have.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's different, but it's not at the same time.
Yeah.
You go out there and you do your job. And that's what the ultimate bottom line is when you go out there. You're one performer out there.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, you're looked at differently, but you're not. You're still part of the overall show.
Exactly.
So
You're just one little piece.
you're one piece. You're you're their dancing monkey, but you're out front.
You're the face. Yeah.
You're the face of the band. You
Yeah.
got to be the leader. You got to be.
Exactly.
You got to be. Bob Shannon is the reason Bob Shannon is because he was
He
the
was
face.
there. He was there. He was the presence.
Yeah. You think Bob Shannon, the first thing you think of was a Quaker City.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Even just moms in general.
Yeah.
My mind goes to Bob Shannon.
Exactly. And that's what a captain needs to be. And I think you're going to do great at that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, and you're doing good as it is right now. I mean, you have an idea. You have a good head. You have a good head on you. And it's about having fun.
Absolutely. Like I led off with everyone. That's the first thing they say. Have fun.
Yeah. Because you will find yourself sometimes, especially as a captain, you might find yourself feel like you're on an island by yourself.
Yeah. You're the guy out there. Everyone else is behind you. Couple steps behind you, and you don't know if they're even if you might keep walking and they might have stopped. And
Yeah, you got to listen. You got to listen.
Yeah.
You realize you're going too far out, and then you just got to come back and.
So
go.
I do
But
I do a lot of spins to make sure I keep my eyes on them, see where they are.
I just listen. I listen. I can tell when I'm too far out, and then I'll come back. And sometimes I have to gesture a little bit. Now I usually have him to my left every time, so he's on the outside of the left lines on my left. So I usually can signal to him when I'm going.
Try to keep them
In line and
and then you have some people that don't really understand.
Yeah, it is what it is.
a
But I
learning
know
curve.
I just. But it's fun. I mean, it's a great thing, and I'll tell you this right now. I still get the goosebumps every time I go out in front.
oh, but I mean
That's. I think honestly, when the time comes where I don't get the goosebumps anymore going in front of my
that
band,
might be it.
It might be the time that I need to put a banjo on and just march in a line. So I won't take maybe I'll move over to the right side and I'll leave him on the left.
Or maybe I'll be up
You guys
front.
can bookend.
maybe you
You
can
guys
be
can
up there.
bookend the lines.
Or maybe we can swap lines there.
Maybe I'll be up front.
Yeah. But I mean that day will come eventually. But
Everyone's got their expiration date.
yep, it's a lot of, but it's so much fun.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I enjoy every minute of doing it, but there will become a point where it's better for me to be in another position.
Yeah.
Now, you're captain. What other? Do you wear any other hats in the band?
I am on the theme committee, and I am the recording secretary on the board. So
Okay.
I had those prior to being captain, but I've had those for a couple years now. But that was captain's the other hat I put on, and I'm loving it. So
What did you want to? What made you want to become a captain?
there's a lot of things. Like I said, I was born into this. It's been everything to me for I don't know how long, and just doing it. Like my dad did it, me doing it. But it's not just because of that. It's just that I love the band, and I thought like myself, I could be a presence. I can be that guy, and there's learning curves to it. I'm still finding my way. I don't know everything just because I've been in the hobby for so long.
I don't know everything either.
Yeah, no one
does.
No one will ever know everything. But
Yeah.
We can just tell you what we screwed up on and tell you how to fix it better.
Yeah,
we give you advice. It's because we did it before and messed up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're not making mistakes, you're not learning.
Yeah.
Right.
And so that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Going back to New Year's Day, your first, Mr. Cade Ratcliffe set a high.
He said real high bar
for you and
oh,
Scott.
real high bar. the
So-
bar's never been higher.
So if you can show him up a little bit.
Look,
And the sad thing is that wasn't even his best performance of the day.
yeah.
I watched him perform.
Yeah.
I had a fun New Year's Eve, and I took a nap New Year's Day. And when I woke up on the bus, I woke up to them starting to drill, and I watched his performance, and it looked like his performance reminded me of when Jimmy Good did the hobo theme. How it looked like he was floating in air. And there was one spot at the very beginning there when he was doing that whole little sorcery thing.
Yeah.
It looked like things were like kind of like, it almost looked like he was a sorcerer. Now, it could have been the fact that I was working on like 45 minutes of sleep, but I watched that performance and I watched him go through it and do it. And I was so glad to watch his cane pop open because he couldn't get the cane open a couple times and actually nearly hit me the one time I was talking to him. I was messing with it. But that was probably one of his best performances that I watched in front of us.
Yeah,
he did it amazing, but he was still... He would have blown him out of the water if he was perfect like he was there, and he was still amazing. And
he's
he looked
such
like
a good
he was
showman.
floating.
It's
Oh yeah,
like I said, like you said,
natural.
the bar.
It comes natural.
I mean, having it natural is one thing.
Yeah,
but
Even
Cade
him,
is,
like, just strutting in a parade is different than anybody I've ever seen.
He's definitely
he has a different energy level than a
he's
lot
definitely
of us.
one of one. He's Cade. There's everyone else, and there's Cade.
But you know what though, watching you perform these watching your performance that you did when you were performing as a playing member, you have that potential. So you have that ability to go out there and do it. You do. Jake is amazing at that as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of young.
Jimmy Good is amazing
captains.
at it. Denny won't float, but he'll command commands the floor.
Yeah.
When Denny's like chairman of the board, it's
He's that
there.
presence.
He's the command.
Yeah.
And it's he's a different style captain.
Yeah.
Cade will float. Denny will just, I'm here, and
Yeah.
this is me, and
This is what we're doing.
this is what we're doing,
Yeah.
and it's it.
Honestly, like, this is the first year that I can remember that I'm really excited to see what you can do.
Oh,
I'm extremely excited what you and Scott
Scott's
are going to be doing.
Yeah.
And
The captain, the top.
I don't think
the
I ever
top
looked-
5 captains are going to be amazing this year.
I don't think I really look forward to someone else's performance. Do you know what I
I'm
mean?
really-
Yeah. Oh no, I get
So
that.
like,
Yeah.
because I think after seeing like we're just talking about Cade, what he was able to do this year.
I'm really interested in what he's going to do with this sideshow.
When I heard Furco, Scott getting, and then you, I'm like, oh man,
Yeah,
The
it's
young-
gonna-
the
we
young-
got
be a
we
tough
got
one.
youth.
There's a
we got
youth
young
movement.
captains.
There is a youth movement.
Jake is going to be the youngest of you,
And he
he has
still has
the
been doing it for
most
10 years.
Experience.
He's been doing it for
Yeah.
He
almost
has
10 years
one
now.
more year of captain experience
how old
than
are
I
you?
do.
I'm 24.
Okay.
I'll be 25 on New Year's Day.
All right.
Not on New Year's Day, but
Right,
when
right.
New Year's Day comes around.
And Scott's what, 21?
21. He'll be 21, I believe.
And Jake is
He just graduated. So
18
or
Just
19.
turned 18.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you
There's a lot of young captains.
Yeah.
the hobby or lifestyle, whatever you want to call it, is in good hands.
Oh,
in that
absolutely.
aspect.
Oh,
of
we
things.
have great young captains.
You know what I mean? So
Great.
and that's
young
really
captains.
that's great to see.
Yeah.
And it's I can't wait for New Year's Day just because not even
You and
our
me both.
performance because I want to see what you guys are
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
Plus, I've always liked Ken.
Ken was Ken's one of the first guys to congratulate me and was there. And like I said, him and Ron at the first. That was the start of
The start of that
the
picture?
start of that photo.
Yeah.
So I can't remember if it was Ken or Ron. It's probably Ron that suggested let's get a photo.
Ron loves his photos.
Yes.
Because it was always you. It was always
Wild Bill,
Wild Bill.
Ken, and myself.
Yeah.
Because it was us 3 that were in the band, that were in the parade.
Yeah.
Greater Overbrook was right down the street. So
Yeah,
I believe
that
that.
was
I
right
think
down.
I think Bobby was in it one time.
Bobby got into it a couple years ago,
That
or
was the
last
one,
year.
That was the one. That was where I really took note of what was happening.
Yeah, I think last year was just me and Bobby got a photo.
I don't think we did it.
Yeah, you guys weren't there last year.
Yeah, I don't think we did. And obviously, I'm not 100% sure we're doing it again.
Yeah.
So we might have to start it somewhere else.
We'll find a parade.
Yeah.
Do Mummers Weekend.
Yeah,
plenty of parades we're in.
Yeah.
We got Mummers Weekend coming up.
Yeah, in September.
Yeah, after we kill ourselves on Friday night, we'll do the pictures. It'll be sucking wind.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's 8:00 at night. That humidity's still thick.
Oh yeah.
Are you guys doing any boardwalk parades?
We do. We were just talking about it last night.
Ocean City or
We have one.
Wildwood?
It's one Ocean City. It's sometime in August. I don't remember. Maybe the 10th. I think it's the 10th. But we only got one.
Are we doing that one?
I think we're the 6th.
So maybe it's not the 10th. It's on a Tuesday. Maybe it's not the 10th.
I have to look at the schedule again.
We have one end of
It's
July.
definitely not the 10th.
We have one end of July, which is, I believe, a Tuesday. And think we have like the first week of August, and then like the week of August when we're
I
down
think
the
the first
shore.
one was yesterday, right?
Yeah,
I think Fralinger was there.
Fralinger, and I can't.
I don't know who the other one is. I know Pennsport's there tomorrow.
Pennsport.
No, Pennsport's there tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
Tomorrow they're down. They're Thursday night.
I saw a
they're down.
post. I don't even. I just.
I know.
Scrolling through on Facebook, it always just
I know
shows up.
Fralinger. I know Fralinger was there yesterday.
I don't know if it was my page or the string band page,
Yeah,
but it was there.
I know Pennsport posted they're down there tomorrow.
I think Ocean City, New Jersey, posted something too about it.
Yeah, they posted Furco, but they don't. I mean, not Furco, Fralinger, but they don't. Ocean City won't post who's there.
Now, this is my first year being able to do those parades because of my job.
Oh,
How
I've
fun are
never done
those?
one either,
Oh,
so I
no?
couldn't even tell you.
Oh, okay.
So,
All
Pat, how fun are they?
Well, I've heard that they're fun.
amazing.
I mean,
Listen, you have an hour to go 4 blocks on the boardwalk. You go from either 6th Street or 14th Street, and you get to 10th Street. You start at 7, get to 10th Street by 8. It's a great place to get a drink, relax, play music back and forth, turn around and go back. Because you weren't there with us. No, because we did it with Aqua last year. And, yeah.
I think I was trying to make it.
I think Ed captained that day because
Yeah.
Ken wasn't there. I think Ed fronted the band.
I wouldn't put it past. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think I was trying to get there, but I couldn't get out of work early enough.
Yeah, that was they're fun. They're so much
I mean,
fun.
whenever there's a crowd, I mean, I've seen videos, and whenever there's a crowd, I mean, no matter what the job is, wherever you're playing, if there's a crowd like that, it really gets you going.
Oh yeah.
It kicks you into another gear and everything.
And
just
you're basically going to play a song, march a couple steps, stop, play a song,
Yeah.
and then march a little bit and stop and take photos. There's tons of photos.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited about them.
Oh, they're so much fun.
Yeah, and I'm hoping I should be able to be there, so it'll be a good one.
Yeah, we opened it up last year. We did that Thursday because it was the 4th of July was on a Tuesday last year. They did it on the first one was a Thursday.
I think we had like 3 last year that we
Yeah.
did, but we only got 1 this year, and it's early in July, so we might be there at the same time.
Yeah.
But
Early in August, you mean?
yeah.
Yeah. So, but it was a ball. I mean, I had a ball with it, and I love it. I'm looking forward to it. We got 3 this year. We did 4 last year. Well, technically, we did 3. We got there, and as we're lining up, it just poured.
Oh, of course.
And it was pouring to the point where the boardwalk was slippery. Like we watched these kids. You know, they're kids
They're running around.
running down the boardwalk, and they just go and fall. And we're like, yeah, we ain't marching in
Yes,
this.
absolutely not. No way.
And we're all hugging up against the building. And we're like, yeah, we're gonna wait for the rain to
Yeah,
stop.
definitely.
So, but no, that was. Yeah, it was pouring, and they're calling us like, yeah, we're gonna cancel tonight.
You think?
Where you at? We're gonna get you a check. I'm like, all right. Darn it.
Oh no.
Oh no, let's go get ice cream.
Oh no, yeah. Go to the hot sauce place, right?
Yeah. Go have some ice cream. Get out of the storm. Then drive
All the way home.
home. But no, I know we do 3 this year, and the last one is the week we're on our vacation week. So we're down there. But of course, we're at 14th Street. We're staying at 5th. So
Work to do. Yeah.
I don't mind if I'm already down there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It honestly makes it more enjoyable because when
You're
it's done,
already there and you're done. You don't got to drive all the way home. You walk home or you stumble home. Either one.
well, we actually drove. I mean, because we're a house we stay at. It's between 4th and 5th Street.
Okay.
We're at 14th Street.
It's a little bit of a far walk, but
So
it's walkable.
we'll drive down, bring the cooler, because I have all the drums and all the percussion stuff. So I'm like, all right, I'll drive down, and then we'll just load up in my car and I'll take it back. But makes it fun, makes it interesting. But the Ocean City is a lot of fun. You guys will enjoy it.
I hope so.
So
What'd you guys theme this year?
We're doing wizards, like
Okay.
evil sorcerers kind of thing. So,
You excited for that?
oh, absolutely. It's something we've had in the works for a while, and we actually submitted it last year and didn't get it approved. So it's our second try at this one, and
who did Wizards last year?
Quaker got in the way.
Oh, they did that.
They're enchanted.
That's
right.
right.
So that got in the way, but
Yeah.
So second crack at it, got it through this time. We're really happy with it. So
Disney is with the wizard like that, or just something completely
it's
different?
completely different.
Good.
Something. I mean, I don't think anyone's ever done it. Something like what we're doing. So, I mean, we try to stick to something off the wall. Like that's our thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Move your hand.
Move your hand. Come on. There it is.
there we
He
go.
wants to come back on. We weren't moving enough.
Yeah, that's the
We
thing.
weren't pulling our shirt enough.
You know, we our thing is what we try to do. We try to do something off the wall, something no one's ever done. And I mean, we did a fruit theme for crying out loud in 2011. We did clocks the year before. Like we try to do something that no one will think of, no one does. And so this type of wizards that we're doing, we're trying
And
to.
it's hard because, I mean, hundreds of years. We got 100 years.
100 plus years of history.
Everything's been done. Everything's been
Everything
done.
you can think of.
Thank
yeah.
you, TJ, for setting up the
It's a
string band database
That's
so we
my
can
best
take
friend.
a look.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, that's why I got
Yeah,
some
if you
of this.
haven't looked, check it out. Check that out.
That is a great website.
That's a
And
great site.
someone else is on it too, right? Chuck something? Charles something? Two people. It's TJ and someone else, I think. But yeah.
I know he spearheads that the whole thing.
He's got
TJ
he's got all the
he's the IT
all the
guy.
performance, all the
Everything.
He
YouTube.
has found everything. Talk about a string band nerd.
And if you couldn't find it, somehow TJ's going to find it.
And I'll get
it would
notifications
be-
that he'll put up something, whether it's on association page or Quaker City or his own page.
And you would never know where to find that, but TJ's got ways.
No, he has it.
Yeah.
He made a great guy. So, but no, the
All the
string band.
names, all the captains, all
Knows
the
everything.
prizes,
He's got
all
score
the
sheets.
score
Where are you
sheets.
finding score sheets from? Who knows?
Well, he's at Quaker. I bet you they have them up on file.
Yeah.
Most of the time, their score sheets are at the very top.
Yeah.
Or
well.
at the
Or at the
in-
Mummers Museum. I'm
Yeah.
sure
or
it's
in
probably
the
going through that
infamous
third floor.
third
floor.
floor of the Mummers Museum.
I've been up there I've been up there once, and that was an interesting ride up the elevator.
It's a dumbwaiter. It's probably not an elevator.
No, I felt like I didn't belong.
Well,
Yeah, I probably didn't, but it was okay. It's all right.
ghost of mum past.
You know, they probably could have decided where someone was buried up there.
Yeah, Jimmy Hoffa.
I could ask Rusty, he's the old president of the museum. He's my godfather.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I've seen a lot of that place.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you had time to play around in there.
a little bit.
So that's cool. But yeah, the third, well, I mean, hey, they're doing good things down there.
Oh, absolutely.
Or attempting to, anyhow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing what they can.
You guys have a concert coming up there? or-
We had ours already.
Oh, okay.
That was
Yeah.
it. We were
Right.
like fourth or fifth.
Oh,
No, we
okay.
were fifth or sixth. Maybe fifth. I think we were fifth.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a really good turnout though. It was finally one of those nice days. So we had
Oh, you were able to do it outside.
we had it outside. There was a lot of people. I mean, there's a group of us that go every week or try to anyway. And
Yeah, it's the one thing I miss. With
It's
the
hard
thing
for us because we
on
got
Wednesdays.
Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
Because you know I was there all the
Yeah,
time.
you're right. I always see you there.
I was there every week.
yeah,
And we all hung out together and drank together, and it
Yeah.
was a good time.
it's one of those camaraderie things
And it
where
was
you get
just-
to hang out with all the other guys that you don't get to see all the time. So it's that one day a week instead of just the string band weekends or the luau or the serenade. That was one of those things. That's everyone can go meet up and get to know each other.
Yeah.
You guys doing the wiffle ball?
I think so. We were talking about it a little bit last night. I know it's coming up quick, but it
is.
It's
Yes.
like next week. I think.
We've already had batting practice.
Oh boy,
Yeah, we were out here.
We were out here.
I need to get the crew on it then.
It
if
was
you guys are-
90+ degrees.
I'm trying to
And
get the rules, so anybody knows the rules about this whole thing.
Brendan,
Did you-
please get in touch.
Did you see the post that he posted?
I don't know.
Okay, go look.
Probably have to
It's
look.
on there. It's on there.
Okay, all right.
It's on there. It's there. It's out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. The kids, they're like, we're winning it. We're winning it all. We're gonna, he goes like this. He goes, we might not win New Year's Day, but we're winning this contest. We're winning wiffle ball. And then New Year's Day, we're getting a trophy and we're taking it down the street with us New Year's Day. So the kids are like psyched for it. So
I
hopefully
bet.
they don't.
Get their heads too big.
Yes. No. It's
I'll
for
be
fun.
in it, and I think I'm going to be the manager
Yeah.
and player somehow. I don't know how that's going to work.
Oh, we'll see.
I'm getting told by
That's what I had
our
to do.
drummer
That's
what
I
I'm
had to do
doing.
in our kickball.
I think I might be the pitcher
in the kickball.
because no one else could actually throw a ball that anybody can hit.
The kickball tournament, I had to had to wear those 2 hats last year, so that was rough. But gotta do what you gotta do.
Got to do what you got to do.
Hey, hopefully this wiffle ball thing is fun.
If it catches on, it would be a great thing to have yearly or twice a year or
I mean, it looks like I think as of right now, I think there's like 8 or 9 bands that are going to do it, which is that's about a little more than half. I mean, that's great. And if it's something that everybody has fun with, then maybe next year
going.
We get a few more. I know there's a couple bands that have jobs that day.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, hopefully it's not like today.
100 degrees outside.
Well, that's the problem with July, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, but we're trying to do something, and he's trying to do something. Yes.
Something different, get everybody involved.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be fun.
Yeah, exactly.
It's wiffle ball. We're not.
Trust me, things will happen.
Yes, it's going to
It'll be competitive. You'll see.
It's going to be very well. Listen, I know it's going to be competitive. You've met our drummer.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I can get competitive too, but when I know the stakes are low, I know when to turn it off.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be high stakes.
We'll see.
There's going to be
fun. It'll be
It's going to be fun.
Yeah,
exciting.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So we'll have to videotape it so we can figure out how many times I pick up my shirt. So no, I'm looking forward to that. That should be interesting. So it should be fun. You have any more questions there, Alex?
Not really. Would you got anything?
What are you looking forward to most this year?
I mean, I don't want to sound cliche, like I already said, but putting that show on the street, it's something that we've worked on for so long, and over the last couple of years, and the work that we've been putting in recently over the last couple of months, getting that on the street and for the world to see, the eyes to see it. That's something exciting. And then I can obviously be like, oh yeah, my first year as captain, whatever. But
but you don't really know what that's going to feel
exactly.
like.
Exactly, I don't. And I'd rather put the band first than myself. Like I'm not up there for me. Like I'm there for the band. I'm there to be the band's do whatever. I get told what to do.
Yeah.
And I do it.
There's got to be a little bit of that human thing. You're like,
yeah, this
look,
is me.
Look around, you're like, oh, okay,
yeah,
all right.
Yeah, that sets in sometimes, but I try not to, let that be the forefront of my thinking. So
Enjoy every minute of it.
definitely gonna try.
Make sure you have someone with you that can document the day for you.
Maybe I might drag my mom down there. It's been a while since she's been down on the street. She was our choreographer when my dad was captain for a little while. So, but it's been a little while since she's been down on the street. So maybe I'll drag her down there.
Well, maybe now that you're the captain.
It'll be a little bit easier to drag her down.
Yeah.
Just make sure you record have her document everything.
Yeah.
Get as many photos as you possibly can because
Candid photos too.
time goes and photograph stuff that you're not even have her photograph everything because there might be something that's in there that just
I know I'm gonna miss it or forget it, and because the day is hectic as it is to begin with, and then add this on top of it. I know I'm gonna miss a lot of things. So
you're not gonna remember. You're not gonna remember it, and it's gonna go away. And you'll have those photos that go away that will come back to you. And I mean, I can tell you this just from my own personal experience. My first year up the street was when I was captain. We did the rodeo theme. Yeah. There's a photo of me walking up with little Ryan, who's now our music director, who was our mascot that we stuck inside a barrel to get spun around. The two of us are walking up, and it's actually shot by his mom with City Hall right in front of us.
There, yeah.
Right on Market Street, walking down towards City Hall.
Those shots are the best.
And that was one of those shots that, like, I didn't see it from that angle, and it's just the back of us.
Yeah, it's all about perspective.
Like, you don't know.
It's all about perspective.
Yeah, you don't know. Yeah. You don't know I mean, it's not something I saw because it's not, but it's something that I was there. And that little shot of me from behind.
Yeah.
It's just like, and it was just the two of us in City Hall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a picture that I always see, and it gives me, good memories, and it's exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's been so many years at this point. It's been.
There's a picture that I took this year. Talk about not. Be selfish, the band.
Yeah.
Well, I was behind the band, and you see the lights, you see City Hall, and you see just the back of the band, and that's all you see. You don't see no faces. And there's not everything's. And I took a picture. I think it's my on my Facebook my header photo. But I was like, wow.
Yeah.
This is what it's about. This
Yeah,
is that,
exactly. I mean,
this is that feeling, because you can't really explain that feeling when you get up to the line and you're about to get to your stage to be next.
Yeah. I mean, everybody can have, you have your titles. There's guys that hold positions, but at the end of the day, you're under one name.
At that moment,
you're there
yeah,
for one
you're
goal.
definitely-
You got one objective, and at that point, everyone's equal.
Put on the best show that you possibly can,
Exactly.
and then march right.
Yeah. See you later. Everyone else go that way. You go this way.
Tip your hat, enjoy the show, and
Yeah, before you
Continue
know
on.
it, it's you see 420 on that, 425, 424, and it's creeping up. Like,
You're done.
we're gone.
yeah. Back piece, no back piece.
If you ask some people, that's a yes. If you ask me, I say I don't know. And but
Have you ever worn a back piece?
So I've worn an actual like a full one on I did it at a parade one time. Me and Eddie did that in one parade. We had to be in the front line, so we just threw a couple back pieces on, and then but in 2017 we had like this little thing that I had. It was technically a back piece, but it wasn't like your typical back piece. And then last year in the Pioneer team we had like backpacks. So,
Okay.
So it was still like a back piece. I had a blade and everything. But I'm lucky enough to have my grandfather's original leather harness from when he used to use. So that's another cool thing that I get to do is use that. My father used it. I get to use it. But I don't know. If I have one, great. If I don't, no skin off my back.
I love the back piece.
I'm not opposed. So
I don't know
Classic
if
mummer. It's classic
Yeah,
string band.
that's the
you know.
thing. Like this year, I don't know if I'll have one.
personally, I don't think like it works for me this year. But
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the same thing. As much as I love that back piece, I don't know if I'll be wearing one this year either. But I mean, I might have something, but I don't know.
if it's going to be
'cause-
huge,
Because spies don't really, because that's that's what we're
Yeah.
doing, and
You know, if you're,
it's not really back
yeah.
piece worthy. I don't think.
Yeah.
Unless you have like the little one or something like that, but
It might be
Yeah.
something to go down the street, but I don't know if I'll wear it in the performance. But that's the sad thing is like
I mean, we had
it's not a tradition. We're not doing a traditional theme either.
exactly.
We're doing a spy theme. It's not a traditional theme. It's a little bit of different energy, different thing. It's not the traditional theme. Like, we did the Pirates last year, traditional theme.
Yeah.
That's something that a back piece is.
Can use for it.
Yeah.
I mean, but in years past, like we didn't have like no one wore back piece on New Year's Day, but we made some that were theme relevant and wore them throughout the year.
For the parades.
Yeah,
Makes your band look bigger.
like, really, it does.
It makes you guys look a lot bigger.
It does.
So, yeah. It's a nice feature to have. And I mean, we made those small playing cards for our casino year that we took to we went up to New York. We took them with us.
Okay.
So, but outside of that, we really didn't use them outside of that. But they were just literally it was fence wire and cardboard.
That's all it is.
So, made it light, wasn't that heavy. I laugh and people go, "Man, this is heavy." I'm like, yeah.
You don't even know the half of it.
"Hold on, I'll show you my shoulders." when
wear
we're
this
done."
for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been in the
Oh,
big
my
ones, but
goodness.
you haven't been
I mean,
in mine.
I mean, yeah, going from even but when you start, the way the parade used to be, and when it was the best, when you start and go all the way down to Broad Street, I got to do that one time in suit. Twice.
Well,
I
I
did it
never got
twice.
to do it in a suit. I got to do it.
I got to
as
do
a
it 3
marshal.
times.
I got to do it as a marshal. The last year up the street, I did it as marshal.
12, 13, and 14, I did it in suit, and then after that,
Yeah, I did it as chief marshal. It was my first year up the street, my only year up the street, because now we go down the street.
13 and 14, I think it was
And then,
for me.
yeah, you did 13 and 14. I did 14 was
As
my
marshal.
first year. And yeah, that was interesting. Gave me time to fix stuff.
yeah, you had all day to work on things.
You were moving. Plenty of times we're in back of the box truck, replacing wheels and
Yeah.
fixing this and why did this break and
Yeah.
I do miss
middle
that,
of the performance and something breaks, I dive in underneath the item to try to figure out
Oh,
why
yeah.
it's broken.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
it's just one of
That-
those things which just like, oh,
Yeah, going back to like the details in the suits. In 2013, I get off the bus. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I don't know why I'm even there.
Yeah.
I know I'm there, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
you don't have your purpose yet.
So, I get off. I'm like, what is going? What
And it's a madhouse.
And I remember someone walked by me. It looked like a Lego man. I'm like, I don't even remember what band that was. They did like a toy theme.
It might have been PA in 2013.
But like, I'm like,
No,
Furco?
no, Furco. No, it might have been Furco.
I know they had a toy theme.
Was Quaker's? No, Quaker's
I
Clowns.
think it was a
2013.
toy theme, and
And then they did gold on.
Yeah.
they had Legos and all kinds of crap on. I'm like, oh wow, that's awesome. That's just neat,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I remember.
I guess the saving grace with the way the parade is now, you get to walk around somewhat and see everybody.
There's a lot more.
We're closer,
camaraderie.
and there's camaraderie, and you get to see everybody for the most part. I mean, when you started the other way, you
didn't
got
see
there and you go.
Yeah,
So
you were yourself. That was it.
yeah,
And I mean, outside of sitting there waiting to make either a left or right,
Yeah.
which more times than not we're making a left because we were coming from. But that was anything there. The only thing I got to see was Quaker, because Quaker went off in front of us on 2014, and that's a gold miner year, and they fired up and went, and I'm like, and I was standing next to Pete, and Pete goes, "They sound like they got it today." And,
yeah. And then
he
they
was
wound
right.
up. No.
Gold. They won.
That was 2013. Freelander won 2013. They went last.
No, 14. I was talking 14.
Okay.
14 was my first year.
Gotcha.
13 was his first year.
Okay, that's where
Yeah.
my
But
head
no,
was.
that was their
that's
gold
right, 'cause
miner
it was
year.
Woodland and Freilinger, and then Quaker.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, their gold miner year was amazing. So, but yeah, you don't get to see any. Like nowadays, you can walk around and
Yeah.
see your show. Like we watched your show multiple times when you guys there.
yeah.
You guys got to watch our show multiple times.
That's one of the selling points about
And-
if you go into the parade, telling
Yeah,
people.
I
if you go
mean,
to parade, you can actually see.
We need to push that more to get more people
It's
there.
great if you're on the parade route, but if you don't want to sit on the parade route, you can walk down JFK and down Market.
And we have plenty
You
of
can
people
see
doing
everybody. Yeah.
You can get there early. You see people, you can go up there 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, start at the first band, work your way all the way down, go
You get
over
to
to
see everybody.
JFK, mark your way all the way back, watch all the performances live, go back home,
Yeah.
watch
Just
it live
watch
on
it on
TV.
TV.
It's funny. I can't remember what year it was, but I was just, surfing YouTube, and I just type in Mummers Parade, and of course you get all the performances and stuff, and then this person just videoed their whole day. I don't even know who this person. This person has like 100 followers.
Yep.
It just had a little GoPro or camera and just videoed. I'm like, wait a minute, that's me.
Those are the best types of
Like-
videos when someone's down there, when it's somebody that's not associated with what we're doing, just as a fan, as
Yeah,
a
just a-
spectator, and it's out there, and everyone would see it, and then but you get to see the cool things that from other bands that you may not have been able to see. So, and it goes back to the TV. If the TV didn't catch it, you would have never saw it, but that guy got it, and
Yeah.
you can go back on YouTube and watch
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And now with the static cam from up top,
Yeah.
you can see it.
You're always going to see everything.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Which
I mean,
makes it good.
this person was going through all of our staging areas, and
Yep.
there was a couple of performances they stopped and recorded, and then went to another one, and then, you could really see the whole parade doing that,
Yeah.
But
It's cool. It's a different. It's good to see things through other people's eyes.
And it's also like it's different. Like I haven't been down on Broad Street watching a parade since I was like 7, so I don't really have much recollection of that. So to be able to see it in a spectator's eyes, it's a nice reminder of what it was like and what it is like.
I never saw a parade on Broad Street. I did see I seen 2 of the years on Market when they were going down Market. That was different.
Yeah.
So
yeah, growing up, we always watched on TV.
we always watched it on TV.
Yeah,
'cause-
there was. I mean, obviously, my dad was doing it, and there was one year I think my grandma took us down. And we sat and we watched everyone go by, and I watched my dad go by. But it's not something that it's been so long.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's like.
No, I just remember. I mean, for us growing up, New Year's Day was we were when you wake up in the morning, the parade goes on, and when they say the string bands are coming up next, we all got in the car and went to Grandma's house.
Yeah.
Grandma only lived
Well, she
2
lives
miles
right over
away.
here,
She
yeah.
lives. She would live a mile that way, and we would go there and we would all watch the string bands, and then we'd get up and have
Pork.
We'd have roast pork and dumplings and sauerkraut, and
from
that was in between the bands performing. So you would go, okay, bands, okay, go up,
real quick, hurry up.
Go eat. Oh, band's coming back on. Everybody run out in the living room, watch it, and then everybody run back to the table, sit down, eat some more.
Yeah, so she liked it, you know.
She
loved
loved
it. So
she loved it. She would love this.
even had one of the bands come out for her birthday one year.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I think it was Polish American that one year. I'm assuming it's Polish American. My grandfather knew somebody in Polish American.
Gotcha.
So
I just remember them coming around the corner. Like,
yes,
wow, what's this? And
What
then
are
they
they
come up
doing?
on the driveway.
yeah, I think there was only like 3 or 4.
It was right in front of the house. You know?
Yeah.
And we've done stuff like that before.
Yeah.
Birthdays and stuff like that.
100%.
So that's why we try to make. It's one thing that's why I try to make whenever we do stuff like that, memorable.
Oh, absolutely.
You might contract for 4 or 5, but if I get 6 or 7, I'm like, yeah, come on, let's go.
Yeah,
Fun.
well, why not?
It's a birthday.
More's not going to hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like you're doing like a corporate event where they're going to go, if you show up with 6, they're going to expect 6 next time for the same price. A
exactly.
birthday party, that memory that he has, some little kid will have that same memory.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
you were probably, what, 4 or 5?
Yeah, probably. I don't even.
Yeah, if even that. Because I know we lost her to cancer when you were young, like 5 or 6.
98 or something.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was just, it's a memory that you don't know whose memory you're gonna have, and that
Exactly.
one day they might be sitting here doing this.
That's the goal.
Yeah,
Get everybody to do it.
absolutely. It's all about getting everybody. So,
Yeah. Well, Austin, appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
You know, so our second captain.
second,
We need to get the other one. Some other
captain.
one.
Of course, the rookies are showing up.
We got 2 rookies. I know.
Yeah, the rookies are showing up.
We're trying to get Cade, although his schedule doesn't work out.
Yeah, it's tough.
And we told Cade he can bring his trophy with him.
Yes, it'll be right there next to our belt.
Next to the belt.
Next to the-
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's. Did you do the WWE thing?
No.
You didn't.
No.
Okay.
I wanted to. I'm.
Oh,
yes.
missed out. I heard this story already. Go
Yeah,
ahead. Now
it
you
happened.
tell
It happened in this room that we had this conversation.
Oh,
I was going to the event. I'm a huge WWE guy.
that's
so
right.
I was going already. So I was gracious enough to let someone else have my spot. So, and I get teased for it that I missed it, and everyone else makes fun of me. But it was either
well, you could have been.
I don't
Crash
go.
just
Yeah, and
doing whatever he's doing.
Fun fact: Crash, his hat was backwards. So if you ever look at that, his hat was on backwards. So now Ron, when he was doing some light fixtures, he put the word "back" on the back of his hat, so that way he knows it's the back. So
Oh, that is awesome.
yeah,
That is
so
awesome.
no, I was not fortunate enough to do it, but I was there in person and saw it. So
So you were there.
yes, but I didn't get the experience everyone else did. But I saw the guys
but
walking out on
how
stage.
cool was it when you saw that? Because when I watched it sitting in my recliner at home.
Yeah.
And I saw that. I'm like, man, that is so cool.
And I saw everyone. I mean, obviously I knew it was happening.
Oh yeah, we
But-
all knew it was
And
happening.
so they start walking out on stage, and everyone's around me like, "What is this? What?" I'm like, "Oh, if only you knew."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Wait till you hear it.
yeah,
And I'm on Twitter. And WWE makes a reel out of it, out of the guys coming down. I'm like, that's on the WWE website. That's on the WWE
That's a
Facebook,
it's a
Instagram.
worldwide.
It's going all over the world.
Everywhere.
People are seeing this,
And it's there forever on their page.
and I'm like, wow. And I immediately shared it. I immediately
Oh, I took a video of it. I took a video of the whole thing in person, and I posted it right away. It was
Yeah.
one of the for someone who's in the hobby. It's one of the coolest things
Mm-hmm.
that we could have ever done.
yeah.
And that's also me as a wrestling fan saying that.
yeah, and
Well, I mean, I grew up. I grew up watching it when I was a kid.
I watched it when
mean,
I was a kid too. Yeah,
I mean,
so-
I watched WWF
F,
at the time, back in the early 80s. And then when I got a little bit older, I watched a little bit of the WCW stuff as they were transitioning to WWE. As WWE purchased WCW. But
Yeah.
but that was always, I mean,
That was it.
every day. I mean,
And
every
it
Monday night, that's what you put on.
Yeah. And every weekend, every Saturday morning.
Yeah.
to me, when I was watching it, Triple H was coming up. He was in, and then to see him like
Take over everything
standing right there,
in front of all of us.
I'm like, wow, this is awesome.
And then the photos
What a
that they
great-
posted, and you see them standing there, and his mouth's like partially open, just
It's
like,
like, what am I watching? What is
it?
this? Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, I was so proud of everybody that was there.
And then to
such
hear all the different stories.
I mean, it's hitting,
You
hitting
know.
every news network. You know.
I mean, no, from like
Oh, yeah.
people that
Yeah.
actually did it, and you
Yeah.
know.
Then here,
it's-
yeah, everybody, even our members. I mean, because I was texting them and getting texts back all day long.
Yeah.
All day long, I'm getting, hey, and just getting stuff. And
Well,
just
we were
like-
at Uptown's
We went to
opening
Uptown.
house.
Open house. Gotcha.
So
So we're getting texts back and forth, and we're talking about it back and forth, and yeah, we were having I was so happy for them, and
well,
I knew like when they cut it down, I knew like there was no way I was going.
Yeah, I went to the
'Cause
rehearsal.
the rehearsal
and
was-
The
that
rehearsal was
crazy.
amazing.
And because I was gonna plan to try to, I was gonna send my girlfriend came with me to WrestleMania, and I was like, you just go sit there, and I'll be there eventually. I'll go perform, and then I'll meet you there. But that didn't work out that way.
Yeah.
So
But no, when I heard they were cutting it down, I'm like, there's like, I'm still listen. I could have that music was not
It was
that
simple.
It was
couple
simple. It
notes.
was a
It
couple
was-
notes. It was
yeah.
real simple. I had no problem playing it. But the thing was like, there was no way I was telling someone in my band they couldn't go.
Yeah.
If I was going, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I wasn't unless they said, Pat, we want you as captain. I would have won, but they needed musicians.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, this is what you need. I mean, there was one person they said off the top of the head they want it. And then they go, we need this, we need that, we need this. And that's how we went down the list. And I knew there was no way that I was putting myself in there because I wanted to do it.
I mean, yeah, that's the
You
thing.
wanted to do it.
We all wanted to
I would
do
have
it.
We
killed
all
to
wanted
do
to do it. But it was one of those things where, like, I wasn't going to go do it and then tell him he couldn't do it. Or tell Brandon, our snare drummer, he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I would rather have him go, or I'd rather have Brandon go. I'd rather have one of the other people go because it would mean more to them.
Exactly.
And although it would mean a lot to me, personally, I would feel better having them go instead.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm happy that every band was involved.
Yeah. I mean,
That wanted to be involved.
could have
They were
very well
there.
been one band, but you know,
Yes,
they got.
it could have been. I mean, it easily could have been just South Philly. They were our champs.
Yeah.
It could have been just them.
Yeah.
Hey, here you go. These are our champs.
We got we got as many people as possible involved, and every band involved.
And if everybody that signed up for it,
there was
you
a lot
would've-
of people there.
There'd have been 200 plus people on
Yeah.
that stage, and we probably could have fit 200 plus people on that stage.
Yeah.
But it would have took us 20 minutes to get on one stage,
Yeah.
and 20 minutes to get them off.
Yeah.
So
it was just.
it was
many-
a perfect storm that it worked out to be.
I remember just sitting with all the banjos, and I'm like, oh my god, this sounds awesome.
Yep.
Then you, and
I
of course,
just re- I just
of course,
remember
we're
that-
in the Mummeries Museum, and
You got the
and then-
acoustics all over the place.
But then you
and-
feel,
yeah.
I'm like, oh man,
I just
that was so.
the head of my banjo. You put I have my fingers resting on the head of the
Just
banjo,
vibrating.
What did
and
we
the
play?
banjo head's just vibrating
Did we play Saints? Is that what we
I
played?
played Slippers. I think.
Slippers,
Yeah.
when you're smiling.
Was it when you're smiling?
whatever it was. It
Whatever
was,
it was a mum tune. I can't remember.
Yeah.
You know,
It-
that wasn't
it was
that
fine.
wasn't the
It was
song that
fine.
mattered.
Yeah.
it sounded amazing.
But that sound.
Oh man,
And hopefully, you know what?
I wish that we could have
I
an
hope-
event like that. Just have a super band like
we
that.
have that. We have the Christmas. We have that Christmas parade.
Yeah.
I really hope that everybody comes out, or even 3/4 of those people make it out for that Christmas parade that we do in December. When we do for the Children's Hospital, if we showed up with 200 people, I mean, just that place would the hospital will vibrate.
I typically do that job, but last year I missed it because it got moved to night and I wasn't able to make it. But
And it got
would-
moved to a weeknight.
Yeah, but when it was like that Sunday morning or Saturday morning, whenever it was, there was so many guys there, and it's
Yeah.
just it's the sound is impeccable.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing. There's nothing like it when you have everybody there,
I remember.
and it's amazing.
Yeah,
I remember going down when they had John Bignotti's funeral,
I did that too.
and that sounded awesome.
Yeah,
We're walking down the street.
There was what, like 80 of us,
there was
90 of
there
us.
was a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot.
There was a lot there.
That was a far walk too.
It was.
It was because I had to walk all the way back.
But yeah, like I wish we could do more of that with all the bands coming together.
Yeah, I mean that the Kelly's Kid Toy Drive is the perfect place for that.
Yeah,
I think if we can get everybody to come out,
I don't
want
want to do that just one time a year.
It would be
You know what
awesome.
I mean?
Yeah,
Well, I know the one year we did that super band down at Mummers Weekend. There was 1 week. I think there was only when there was 10 bands down there, and I know there was like
Broomall days.
Yeah, Broomall days. There was 5. I think there was 5 or 6 members from each band that stayed at the end and played at the end. And there was a super band out there. It was like, all different bands. I remember Tommy King lining us up, and I was there. They had the captains out front, and everybody was doing like one super band at the very end. So, I mean, but even there, I mean, if we put 200 people on that street, we would go legally from Keenan's to the end.
Keenan's all the way to the firehouse.
If we had that many, if everybody lined up and just
yeah.
went, I mean, that would be, you wouldn't need the move.
Yeah, you just stand there.
Just put a captain every you just put a little gap and put a captain every little block, and that was it. Just entertain these people here.
This is your section. You take care of these guys.
Yeah, you just get the photos. But yeah, I mean that super band was good, and I really do hope that people come out for the Children's Hospital.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean that's such a nice event that we do. Glad that we were able to be part of it this year. This past year was our first year to be able to be part of it, but now being in the association.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can do more like that.
Yeah.
So maybe you can lead them this time instead of Ken.
Who knows?
Well, Ken led them last time. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh,
Ken's been doing it. Kenny was doing it since it started, so it was a couple years.
Yeah, Ken looks like Santa Claus a little bit. Give him a hat; he'll be all right.
He used to grow the beard, though, right?
You're not going there.
No,
huh?
I'm not. That's all you. That's all you have.
Oh, I love Ken. Ken's a great guy.
Yeah.
He has to see him all the time, so.
Have another drink, Ken. Hold on. So no, it's just yeah, no, I mean it's a good thing. It would be very nice to have that 200 plus band show
All the time.
So, and hopefully it does. I hope it does. Time will tell, but I hope it does.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So,
Well, this is where we stick a fork in it, I think.
Sounds good to me.
what do we have? About like an hour and a half?
Hour and 36.
Yeah, it was about there.
It's longer than Scott's. So
Is it?
I
don't
think,
even know what
I think Scott's was like an hour and like 20 something.
Scott's is up. Scott's
He's already
is up.
challenging Scott.
All right, well, it's about like 500 views.
Yeah, I seen
So, Scott, at the luau, Scott's like, I want 1,000 views by the end of the year. I said, well, keep sharing it then.
that. I'll see what I can do.
So,
We'd like them all to have 1,000 plus views.
Yeah, that'd be great.
yeah, that would be awesome.
It'd be
actually.
awesome to get a million.
Yeah.
I'd like to get a
Baby
million
steps.
plus views.
I'd like to get more subscriptions. That'd be
Baby
nice.
steps.
Get more people to sign up. Yeah,
Subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Subscribe doesn't mean that you're going to pay anything. It just follows your follower.
You just get a
You follow us.
notification. You get a notification when we.
You don't even have to do that, but that would
Yeah.
be nice too.
Yes, but yeah,
But yeah, Austin, thank you very much
Absolutely.
for coming
It
out.
was a blast. Thanks for having me.
I know
Wish you
Pat
nothing
kind of,
yeah.
I guess he talked to you at one of the.
it was one of the association meetings.
yeah. I went around
so-
and like just
Yeah, he's like texting me. He goes, "All right, I got this guy. I got this guy. I got this guy." I said, okay, I'm writing them down. I'm writing them down.
But no, I bombard all the captains and try to get everybody in there.
Yeah. So,
But no, it's just
but again, this is part of.
this is just
Yeah.
it's the whole point of this podcast was to get to know us outside of what we do.
Yeah.
Because for most of the people that were in most of these parades don't know the difference between Aqua, doesn't know the difference between Jersey or Quaker or any of them.
Like I said, we're just some crazy guys
We're
in
just-
suits walking
exactly.
by. Playing
And,
some
and,
music.
I really wanted to kind of get to know the person.
Yeah.
Like, get to know you, because I mean, I don't know you.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't know each other.
Exactly.
Right. So, and yeah, I know mummers have been known to, they can talk and talk and talk and talk.
That's what we do
But,
best.
And that's what we do best. Yeah. But like
very
to
good
really
at
get to know, the person.
Yeah.
That usually goes
You know
by
what
the
I mean?
wayside. That doesn't really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus,
Yeah.
you're a captain. You're a rookie. It's your first year. That's
know your captain.
yeah.
Know your captain of your favorite band. And know all 14 of them. That's the goal. The goal would be to have all 14 of them on this couch. Well, 13 of them on that
Yeah.
couch.
You're on it every time.
I'm
so.
on it every time. Maybe I can sit over there one day. That way we get all 14 over there. So,
Yeah, we can have it like a you can come on and guest. Be
Yeah.
a guest host.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
get Ken to get on as a guest.
Oh, good luck.
I know, Ken.
Some people just don't want to do it.
Some people are skeptic of it, and it's. we're not trying to sit here.
It's a conversation, right?
It's
Yeah.
a conversation.
Didn't hurt, right?
Yeah, I mean, most of the time you don't even pay attention. That's there. You're
No,
just-
because we're looking at each
sitting
other
here
and just talking. It's
Yeah.
just,
And it's so small,
It's a
it's when you say it.
conversation.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. And
I
it's,
said after the association meeting, we all sat up here for how long?
yeah.
Should have recorded that one.
Well, I don't think we can release that one.
That one, I don't know if all the conversations would have happened if we had something recording it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why you got to secretly do it.
No. No. We're not going down that road. This is a good program. We're not going down another road. So we're not here to trash anybody.
So we
We're
just
not
got an
here to get-
association. We don't want to get
Yeah, you don't
kicked
need to
out
get
of
kicked
it
out already.
for something stupid.
No, we just want to have a good time and get to
Absolutely.
know
Yeah.
you as you.
Yeah,
So, and it's good. I mean, this is a great
it's a good
thing,
avenue.
so.
It's a just
Like
great
I told,
idea.
Like I told Scott, I said now that he came on, I said now maybe other people want to come on and
Yeah,
you know
get the ball rolling in that.
we're not telling each other secrets. We're
Yeah.
not, you know what I mean.
No, there's nothing here that's.
But yeah, this was fun. Thank you.
It was a
Thank you
blast.
very much.
Thank you guys very much.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, till next time. See you later. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Bye.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell. Smash the bell.
Smash the bell, absolutely.
Adios.
All right.